turning their backs is creating the vast amount of munitions and ordnance required for total victory.
These little darlings are changing their aprons for coveralls and doing their part for the war effort. Nice going, girls!
You couldn't spit without hitting one of those posters.
The girl he left behind is still behind him. She's a wow.
The whole plant was built in just over a year. They were working day and night, trucks everywhere. You couldn't hardly sleep. I didn't really think I'd be one of the people working there, but...
Do the job he left behind.
Apply today at Badger Ordnance Workshop and keep shooting.
I've never worked before, but when my husband got drafted, I started to think about it.
Your country needs you.
Apply today.
I had to get out of the house. My parents were driving me nuts.
Live right on campus, daycare provided.
And they started you at 68 cents an hour, and you couldn't beat that.
I figured, what's the worst that could happen?
Death. You could die. Inside this plant, you refine smokeless powder and rocket propellant, both of which are extremely explosive. A single spark, whoop, you're gone. We'll be finding pieces of you all over the county. So we're going to talk about safety first, okay? Who knows what creates sparks?
Matches?
You're right. Anything else?
Rocks. You know, a couple rocks. Put together like a flint.
Do you plan on bringing flints into this factory?
No, I was just answering your question.
Do not bring flints into this factory. Each day when you arrive, we will remove all spark-creating devices from your pockets. Lighters, matches, rocks. You will all wear coveralls, hair cover, and steel-toed shoes. This won't be a flattering outfit for you girls, but I have a saying around here. You're not here for socializing, you're here for our boys in uniform.
Can I smoke during my breaks?
No, you may not smoke during your breaks.
The things I do for my country.
I do not like jokes and I do not have a sense of humor. Funny pictures, clowns, children's laughter. I don't appreciate any of it. But what I do appreciate is safety. Okay, Grace?
Yes, sir.
Here are your safety manuals, which will contain rules for your particular station. And girls, your country thanks you. You did an important thing here. You should be proud.
I was so nervous, I put my coveralls on backwards the first time. I almost started crying because I thought they didn't fit, but then I realized my mistake. They assigned me to the press house. I'm a little nervous. I said I'm a little nervous.
No need to be nervous. We could die anytime. I could have a heart attack, get into a car crash. When it's your time, it's your time.
I just meant I was nervous because it's my first job.
Oh,
You see, my husband's in basic training, so I figured I'd do my part for my country.
Yup.
I just saw those advertisements and, oh, I guess they worked and I froze, by the way. So.
What is that awful smell?
That's the ether.
How do you stand that?
You get used to it. Little hairs in your nose get burned out, so you can't smell nothing. If you ask real nice, I bet they'll put you in a non-smelling part of the factory.
Oh, that would be great.
There ain't a non-smelling part of the factory.
Oh,
This ain't a sewing circle.
right. In the press house, nitrocellulose is shaped into 50-pound blocks. 50 pounds? Oh, that's heavy.
Yup,
So, do you pick that up, or...
that's one way to move it.
Well, what's another way?
Horses.
We have horses?
No.
Sorry, that was a joke, so...
You're gonna take the raw material. It's coming down the conveyor belt. It goes in the presser there. You shove it in, make sure it's full. The machine does the work. Then you're gonna take it out and it goes in the buggy there. Not hard.
Okay. Work areas must be kept spotless at all times.
Sure, I guess.
It says here spotless.
Oh, it does? Oh, gee. You can keep your side spotless if you want.
Well, but it says in the manual that...
Alright, I'm taking a piss. You're gonna come in here and do a man's job. You better act like a man.
So how am I supposed to do this by myself?
Well, I guess you'll have to be as good as two men then. I'll be back when I feel like it.
So, it wasn't like the advertisements.
At about the 6-hour mark, I was hoping I would die.
Ever had a job before?
Nope, I don't think I've ever stood up for that long before.
You get used to it. How does my hair look? I just had it done on Tuesday.
Looks like hair.
Be serious.
It looks great. Real pretty.
It probably looks like a bird's nest. I'm gonna have crows landing in my hair. Are you sure it looks okay?
You got a hot date or something?
You never know who you're gonna meet.
It's 8 o'clock in the morning.
Right. So every other gal looks like $1 million, and I look like I've been exhumed from a grave.
I don't know how you have any energy. Everything hurts. I'm hurting in places I didn't even know I could hurt. My butt hurts. I don't know why it hurts. But it hurts.
I grew up on a farm, so this ain't nothing.
And the smell?
I'd rather smell like ether than cow manure any day of the week. That way, I just send the boys unconscious than, sending them for the hills. You got a fella?
Nope.
Slim pickings these days. It's like a harvest after a swarm of locusts pass through. Take what you can get and hope it's not rotten.
I'm just trying to keep my head down and do my work.
That's no fun.
I don't know about you girls, but I'm about to die.
Thank you. This one's ready to go out in the tent.
Nope, put me in a coffin, bury me 6 feet under.
You'd still smell.
That's what I'm afraid of.
So where are you at?
Oh, they got me at the cutting house. No explosions on day 1.
We should celebrate.
Celebrate what?
The future.
You're nuts.
Then how about we go out sometime?
Go out where?
For breakfast.
Oh, I gotta get home to my kid, thanks.
Oh, how old?
A girl, 7.
Do you have her at the daycare here?
No, I figure she's just about old enough to take care of herself. We're living with my in-laws.
Oh.
It's a free room.
Is your husband...
He's in Italy. Army. Barbara, but my friends call me Barb. And my coworkers, which I guess I've never had before, can call me Barbie. Let's see if I can remember your names from orientation. Irene and Grace and...
Eleanor.
Eleanor.
This your first job?
You live through it all right?
Mostly.
I found the best way is just to count your money. Just over a cent a minute.
Oh, someone's a math whiz.
Just all day. Imagine pennies dropping in a jar. Clink, clink, clink.
That's a lot of gum.
I just think about our boys overseas, trying to get them what they need.
Right.
I mean, think about it. What we make here, the powder, that creates a tiny explosion that propels a bullet across the front lines. We're changing the course of the war.
Just today we managed it?
I know it's silly, but I want my husband to have all the powder in the world.
I'll drink to that. Speaking of which, you don't even know what I was suggesting.
Whatever it is, I'm too tired. I'll see you tomorrow, girls.
See you at work.
At work.
I'm flying high, but I've got a feeling I'm falling, falling for nobody else but you. Falling just for you. You for my.
Dear Lunkhead, guess what? You're married to a working gal. I took the admission test at Badger Ordnance Works and I passed. That's right, I'm a wow. So nuts on ya. It's all out with the aprons in and with the smokeless powder. How about when you get back, I'll take you out to dinner. Won't that be a stitch? Taking my boy out on the town. Little Julie's overjoyed her mom is doing her thing for the old US of A. She can't wait until she sees you again. In other news, your parents are about to have me committed to a mental hospital. Your mom's your mom, and I love her to death, and I haven't even strangled her yet. Your dad's arches hurt, his back hurts, his neck hurts, and I could fill you in on every other physical ailment he's got because the old man won't shut up about it. You'd think he'd be a doctor for the amount he knows about griping. Write me back, will ya? Love you lots, Barbara.
I cried every day the first week. I know that it's stupid, and I know that you're not supposed to cry at work. Everybody knows that, but every day.
You make that uniform look beautiful.
Hey, what'd you make me for lunch? You didn't make me lunch? Why not?
Sorry, didn't think of it.
Oh, you don't want to talk to me? I'm just being nice.
I have to get to work.
Oh, right, work. You can't make lunch, but you gotta work.
Hey, what's the problem?
Rose didn't make us any lunch
Why not?
because she's getting full of herself. This is how it starts, boys. Women get jobs, and soon enough, we'll all starve to death.
Well, why don't you make your own lunch then?
Don't you there, Bob?
That was me. You can make it up to me by bringing me lunch tomorrow.
Nobody eats lunch at 4 in the morning anyway.
I have a special diet. I want the crust cut off of my sandwich.
Excuse me.
Sheesh! I'm just trying to be all nice and you get all rude. I could be the love of your life, you know.
Oh, don't be ridiculous, Bob. I'm the love of her life. Ain't that right, sweetheart?
I'm married, thank you.
Remember my sandwich!
Oh, sure. Girls get to be late. Probably took you all evening getting your hair ready to be in a bandana. I'm taking a piss. I'll be back when I feel like it.
Fine.
Whoa, what's going on?
Can you give me a hand, please?
Sure.
You stuffed it in the presser and
I know. I'm in a press house too. Where's your partner?
he left.
What?
He left. He walked away. He does it every single day. Sometimes he's gone for half an hour or more.
You're fooling.
No. Says he's going to the bathroom and then just leaves. Oh, I don't understand why he hates me. He just does, and I just... No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be getting upset at work. It's stupid.
He's probably in the men's washroom. I saw a bunch of guys in there.
In the washroom?
They're shooting crap.
They're shooting crap!
It's okay. I'll help you. Sometimes I cover for people.
Oh, you don't have to.
I'd go yell at them, but they aren't gonna listen to me anyway.
That's all right.
They probably think it's funny. making you do all the work?
Yeah. Some joke, though. All the other girls get to work together, and I'm stuck here with these jerks.
You could ask Mr. Bangs for a switch.
Oh, I just started here. I couldn't ask for... Besides, they don't think I can do the work anyway. They just laugh at me and say I couldn't hack it. I don't understand why they hate me so much, but they just do. And
They don't hate you.
Oh, but they do hate me. They hate that there are women here. I mean, we wouldn't even have to be doing this if there were enough men to do the work.
I know.
Are you back
For what?
from the war?
Oh. No. I had polio. Guess I am not enough of a man to fight. So, I do what I can, draw up my 85 cents an hour and hope it makes a difference.
Well, I'm sure it is appreciated.
Sure.
Oh, by me at any rate.
What do you have to appreciate it?
My husband's in basic training.
Oh. You have a husband.
Why? Is that strange?
How old are you?
18.
How long have you been married?
3 months. We found out he got drafted and...
Right.
Well, you know.
I don't know.
Well, we were in love and he was about to leave, so we thought we'd get married, and you don't know anything about it.
I didn't say anything.
You look smug.
You were in love, you got married, it's going to be great.
It will be. It is great.
Good.
Everyone tried to talk us out of it, but I think when you really love someone, you just know right away.
I wouldn't know. Not a lot of girls lining up to be my dance partner, if you know what I mean. This is where you tell me that the right girl will certainly come along to buoy my spirits.
But what if the right girl doesn't come along?
Then I guess I'm doomed to be alone then, aren't I? You really are a bag full of rainbows.
I just don't want to lie to you.
And you know the future? Alright. My life will be a hopeless misery, and your marriage is going to work out great.
Why do you think my marriage is in trouble?
I don't know anything about your marriage.
That's right.
Right. And you're not a fortune teller, I think. Are you a fortune teller?
Yeah. Woo! Say, what's your name anyway?
Timothy.
Timothy or Tim?
Timothy. When I was a kid, I went by Tim, but then...
I don't get it.
Tiny Tim? From A Christmas Carol? A lot of Dickens scholars in high school.
Oh, I figured you just got hurt in the war.
Nope. I get to stay home out of danger. Lucky me.
Do you really think we're out of danger? I mean, could a German bomber make it this far?
To Wisconsin?
It could happen.
How is a Nazi bomber gonna make it all the way out here to the middle of nowhere, Wisconsin? That's the whole point of putting the ordnance plant here, away from any targets.
I thought it was because in case the whole thing blows up, it wouldn't kill many civilians.
I hadn't thought about it that way. That's a good point. A disturbing point, but a good one. What's your name, anyway?
I'm Rose.
Nice to meet you, Rose.
Hey, what's going on here?
I'm doing your job.
I could do my job just fine. I don't need some cripple trying to do it for me.
You have some fun.
What of it?
Make some... I think you're getting paid to make powder, not shoot dice.
Tell it to my supervisor if you got a problem. You got a problem?
Do your job.
Get out of here.
I need to get back to my station.
Sure you do.
Oh, thanks for your help, Tim.
Timothy.
Oh, right.
I'm flying high, but I've got a feeling I'm falling for no.
Dear Babs, working girl, eh? With the helmet and overalls and everything? Ain't that something? I bet you make the outfit look like $1 million. Can't tell you where we are right now, but it's boring. I guess that's better than exciting. So far, war is just a lot of sitting around waiting to do nothing. Food is terrible, weather's terrible, even the nurses here are mean. Remember when I told you I wanted to go to Italy for our honeymoon? Forget it. I keep you and Julie's picture in a locket around my neck, and I look at it all the time. Some of the boys like to make fun of me, but I like to know what we're fighting for. You keep me going. Even before the war, you kept me going. I'm real proud of you, and I love you like crazy. John.
I'm flying high, but I've got a feeling I'm falling, falling for nobody else but you. Falling just for you. You caught my eye, and I've got a feeling I'm falling. Show me the ring and I'll jump right through. Jump right through. I used to travel single we chance to mingle. Oh, now I'm a single over you.
Do you have to keep every light in the house on?
I don't have every light on.
Do you know the price of electricity these days? Probably costs 20 cents to keep that bulb on for a minute.
I'd wager it's less than that.
You sure know a lot about electricity bills, do ya? Especially since I don't see you paying them around here. You sure know a lot.
You want me to pay the electricity bills, George?
That's the kind of person you think I am? You think I'd ask my own daughter-in-law to pay her electricity bills?
You can pay them if you want me to. I got my own checking account and everything.
Got your own checking account, making your own money. What kind of impression are you setting for your daughter? Out all day, exhausted during the night. She's gonna grow up thinking she never had a mother.
All right, you're a peach, but I gotta get to work.
Sure.
When Julie gets up, tell her I love her.
I'll tell Mary to tell her. She might forget though. You know how she is.
All right, I'll be home around 8:30.
If you say so.
I do.
In the early dawn of D-Day, June 6, 1944, the largest battle armada in history heads across 80 miles of rough channel water, from England to the northern coast of France. Broad below, as a massive concentration of air and surface guns protect the 4,000 warships, barges, crafts of every kind in the invasion convoy.
Know what we should do? Have a dance to celebrate. They have bands sometimes at the Knights of Columbus. We could do it. Wouldn't that be a stitch? Have a dance at 9 in the morning. We get off work, go to a dance, get all the men to show up. There have to be some left around here. And if there aren't any left, we can dance with each other. What do you say?
I'm not much for dancing.
We have to do something. Work, sleep, work, sleep, work, sleep. It's killing me. With your face, you could be the belle of the ball. You wouldn't even have to say nothing. They'd be lining right up. The ones that can still walk, that is. Aww, are you blushing? At least I think you're blushing. It could just be the ether getting to my brain. Say, if I pass out, drive me to safety, will ya? Did you hear about Louise? She fell over Monday night. 4 in the morning, she's passed out.
Is she okay?
Sure, they slapped her a few times. She snapped right out of it.
Good.
Yeah. You seen movies? You seen, Meet Me in St. Louis yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's a riot. So funny. You know, sometimes when I'm working, I imagine myself in the movies.
You do?
Yeah. I imagine myself standing opposite Cary Grant, acting in a movie. He's looking at me. He's got those eyes, smoldering.
Coals.
Yes! Coals! He's looking at me. Grace, where have you been all my life?
Wait, your name is Grace in the movies?
Yes, I'm playing myself. And I say, I don't know, but I'm here now. Kiss me, you fool. You beautiful little fool. Ah, yes! I don't know how those actresses do it. They have to slap their leading man sometimes. You couldn't pay me enough to slap Cary Grant. If the director told me to slap Cary Grant, I'd slap the director instead.
You probably wouldn't be working on a movie for that long.
Right.
I bet you'd be a fantastic actress.
Really? I think so too. No, seriously. I could do all the parts. Thank you, Eleanor. You have exquisite taste.
Don't mention it.
So, what do you think about?
What?
When you're working on the line, what goes through your mind?
It's pretty silly.
Sillier than kissing Cary Grant?
Yes.
Prove it.
Mars.
Mars. You think about the planet Mars.
Well, stories happening on Mars.
What kinds of stories?
Adventure stories. Love stories.
With Martians?
And humans. Forbidden love.
I never would have thought. Now whenever you're quiet, I'm gonna know. Eleanor's doing her Martian love story in her mind.
Sometimes I break them down.
Really? I want to see one. No, you can't just say you're writing a Martian, human, forbidden love story and not show me that. I want to see one.
I've never shown them to anyone before.
Oh, well, I bet they're amazing. Wait a minute. Are they... Are they dirty? They're dirty! Now I have to see one! Oh my god, this is the best that this ever happened to me. This is better than D-Day as far as I'm concerned.
Don't tell anyone!
Are you kidding me? I'm making posters.
Grace!
Bring one in, show me it. I want to read it.
My favorite part of the job was the paychecks. My body ached, my head hurt every day when I wasn't at the factory, but every 2 weeks. My name, Irene Jacobs, right on top. And right below it, $54.14. When I first went in to open my checking account, they asked me if I had my husband's permission. I don't have a husband. Then they asked if they could speak to my father. My father's been dead 12 years. It's just me. And I'm a real person with my own money. Cashers. It was worth it just to see the look on his face. And every 2 weeks, I'd make sure to ask that same teller when I brought my check. It wasn't about the money, honestly. It was about being a human being worthy of respect. You see this? It's my name. Respect me. Which just made the little slice of the plant even harder to take. You could always tell when they'd shown the men in training video.
Special problem for some. This scenario will help you learn how to deal with the unique difficulties of employing women.
You're a good poor man, Joe. What seems to be the problem?
Women scare me. At least they do in factories.
I understand your problem. It takes women some time to feel at home. But it can be done.
You sound like a man who knows women.
We'll see, Joe. We'll see. Women workers can be surprisingly good producers. But remember, a foreman will always have the eternal feminine to contend with.
Remember to wear those safety goggles, girls. And I want to make something really clear. Just because I'm talking to one of you doesn't mean I have any special interest in you. I know you girls like to get jealous, but I do not mix pleasure with business. Right. A little encouragement. Great job, everyone. Just know you could all die if you make a single mistake.
Well, he is a breath of fresh air.
Yeah. It's a wonder he's not married.
Can you imagine? Honey, I observed the meatloaf is burnt again. Please rectify this in your next meal. Darling, I would like to remind you that we, like all humans, must die. Please consider wearing galoshes.
Well, at least he's a straight shooter.
Yeah. I'll tell you straight to your face. You aren't as good as a man.
Maybe you girls just aren't working hard enough.
Please, we all work twice as hard as any man here.
Yeah, and that's why they pay us less.
What do you mean they pay us less?
They pay us less. Of course they do.
You knew about this? How did you know?
Well, my husband Gary started working a month after I did. He's making 90 cents an hour and he got promoted straight away.
That's how they do it. They give men different job titles, or they only put women in cutting houses. Justifies them giving us squat.
You knew about this?
Yeah. What are you gonna do about it? Besides, if I made more than Gary, he'd be all mad. And I don't want to live with that. He's bad enough as it is.
Oh, come on, Irene. Don't act all shocked. At least we got jobs. That's just the way things are.
When you had a man of war, you were afraid of everything. The phone ringing, the mailbox, a strange car pulling up outside your house, a man with a look of purpose and regret walking toward you to tell you that your world was ending. All day, every day, you were just holding your breath. Just let me get through today. Let me hear nothing today. And then at work, you could tell there'd be a new sorrow on someone's face. She'd gotten a letter. She'd gotten a call. And just for a second, you'd feel lucky that it wasn't you this time. But it was always there, until you got news. We regret to inform you that your husband, John Andrew Prentice, was captured by the Italian government during a military action on March the 4th. Further details cannot be related at this time. And then it's you with the new sorrow.
Quit pushing! Hold your horses! I'm gonna read it.
I don't know that you should be reading this out loud.
Oh, honey. I'm reading this out loud. Okay. Ma, hurry up. Shh, I got a process. His taut skin, bronzed by the Martian sun and tanned by the rusty dust that carried across the winds, gleamed in the candlelight. Oh! The barbarian queen's eyes lingered over every line of his body, then narrowed. Earthman, I do have one use for you. What? Back off! And what would that be? And what would that be? My queen. Address me properly. And what would that be, my queen? Remove your tunic. Oh my God! This is the best story I have ever heard. Yes, my queen, he said, shrugging his muscular arms out of his tunic defiantly. He stood before her, proud and strong, the heat rising from his powerful body. Now, kneel, she said, laying her hand on the muscle of his naked breast. He did as commanded. You're more savage, she said. But every savage can be tamed. My wisdom is vaster than yours, and I have powers you can't imagine. Come to me, Earthman. He said nothing and silenced her with his life.
What is going on, girls? There's a war on!
I'm sorry, Mr. Baines.
If you are done for the day, please remove yourselves and go home. Let the next shift in.
But we were just... We'll move on, sir.
All right.
Oh, I don't think I can hear any more of that in Silver Church.
You have to get that published, Eleanor. No. Are you kidding me? This is a gift to the universe. This is the best thing I've ever read. You have to send it somewhere. Okay, I'll publish it. Just think, maybe you'll be rich and famous for your stories one day.
Or they could turn it into a movie starring me.
As what?
As the Martian Queen. You heard me read that part. I got chills.
I liked it. I mean, I was scared of it, but I liked it.
Did you hear it, Barb?
Yeah, I did.
What'd you think of it?
Oh, it was grand.
It was more than grand. It was fabulous. And I was fabulous in it.
You all right?
Yeah, fine.
You sure?
Well, I just got a letter.
Oh no.
He's alive. He's been taken prisoner in Italy.
Oh, honey. It's gonna be all right.
Yeah, I know.
We're here for you. We're here.
Anything you need.
On Italy's east coast, British artillerymen prepared to take horses. Its enemy-held town is reported to the Allies as the 5th and 8th armies drive toward Rome. Officers plot the direction of fire. The barrage begins.
Feels a little frivolous to be putting on a dress when there's still a war going on.
Well, don't be such a drag. Besides, what are we fighting for? The right to dance.
I'm pretty sure that's not it.
Well, that's what I'm fighting for. I mean, we work all night. Might as well dance all day. That way I won't make terrible choices like I usually do.
Terrible choices?
Yeah. At night, everyone looks good, but at 10 a.m., I'll know for sure what I'm getting into.
Oh my. dancing, so I didn't even recognize you.
I'm not who's this thing. That's Martian Queen energy. Today, I want you to go up to a boy and tell him, "Old man, I do have one use."
I've never been to a dance before.
It's easy. You just follow the boy's lead. And if he's bad, don't tell him. And if he's good, don't tell him. The pickings are whatever is below a slim.
Hi.
Hello.
Rose, would you like to dance?
Oh, sure. Oh, you can do better anyway.
gonna have to get sweat.
That's okay. I prefer slow, actually. I have a terrible time finding the beat.
I can't find the beat either. Yes, even if I did find it, I wouldn't be able to keep it. So,
Well, then we'll make our own beat.
yeah.
Hey, I'm glad you made it.
My in-laws agreed to watch Julie.
Oh, so glad you're here. Thanks.
So do we just wait for the boys, or?
Yeah, sometimes they need a little encouragement. Hey! Who needs them?
That's helpful to my self-esteem.
You look divine.
Remember, Martian Queen energy. You have powers they can't imagine. Just kneel before me.
What are you wearing?
Well, I figured there wouldn't be enough men here, so I volunteered. Am I doing this right? Yeah. No, I'm a gentleman. You look great. Thank you. Well, my lady, may I have this dance?
Yes, of course. Such a gentleman. See? A real man asks! So, are you leading?
I guess.
So do you wanna...
I thought you'd never ask.
Are you alright?
I'm forget it. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Sometimes I think that I can do everything that a normal person can do. I just can't.
Well, you just have to pace yourself, that's all.
Yeah.
I had fun tonight.
I'm glad.
It's a shame that you wasted all your time with me, though. I'm sure there were plenty of girls just dying to dance with their hands again.
I'm not sure they wanted to dance with me.
Why do you get down on yourself like that? Sure, you're not dancing a jig anytime soon, but that's not what a girl is looking for.
Some of them.
Well, then you don't want to be with them anyhow. Any girl that's worth a darn will look past this and see what's really important about you. That you're a kind, decent man with a good heart.
You can tell all that about me, huh?
I am a fantastic judge of character. Lately, I have become a fantastic judge of character.
Not so much earlier.
Not so much.
Well, thank you for seeing me, I guess, and dancing with me.
Of course. It's the least a girl can do. Besides, I think people at Badger can only dance with other people at Badger. Because of the smell, you know?
Maybe that's it.
Sometimes I get an awful headache if I don't smell ether. I heard of this one girl who takes little pieces of explosives home with her and sleeps next to them. Otherwise she gets an awful headache.
Huh. That's probably not good. Another reason to leave.
You're leaving Badger?
Oh, sure. Oh, eventually. I got this dream of being a teacher.
A teacher? Why?
Why is that fun? Everything right now. Celebrates these warriors and the workers and the scientists. And I just want to tell people that there's more to life than that. Literature, poetry, art, beauty. The things that make life worth fighting for. The whole society right now is conscripted to the war effort. An arsenal of democracy. That's what FDR said we have to become. But think about that. That means that our individuality and our spirit get hammered out of us until we become a machine. And I don't want to be a part of a machine. I want to be a human being.
Wow.
Sorry, I get carried away.
I'd like to be a great teacher.
You think?
Mm-hmm. Until you encounter children. Because children are monsters and they will murder you.
Unfortunately, it seems to be a requirement of being a teacher, encountering children. Job hazard.
I think you should follow your dream.
What about you? You got a dream for after the war?
Oh, sure. It's just a little one, though. I want to travel. Never been outside of Wisconsin before.
Never.
Nope. Been to Green Bay. That's about as far as I've gotten. So, maybe there is a world out there where someone can go and be free. Like a balloon that escaped a fair. Just wandering up above the world. My mother wants me to get started on making grandchildren, but...
You're 18.
I know! But she says, I'm gonna die soon. I just want one chance to hold a grandchild. She's 42. A picture of health, but she swears she's gonna die all the time. Every time there's a cold snap, she thinks she's gonna get pneumonia and freeze to death. Oh, here it comes. If only you had listened to your poor mother. No grandchildren. So sad.
She sounds fun.
I was happy to get into worker housing, let me tell you. So, who do you have your eye on? Oh, come on. Is it Eleanor?
Who's Eleanor?
She was standing with us when you walked in. Oh, is it Grace? I bet it's Grace.
Oh.
Oh, come on. Who is it then? You can tell me.
She's a married woman.
Oh,
Right. Well,
that's too bad.
right. Probably impossible.
Definitely impossible.
You know, I'm the type of person who's never had a lot of courage. Not just about going to war, but about everything in life. I guess I'm just used to people pitying me. It's quite an awful feeling when you notice complete strangers staring at you like you're some broken little puppy. I guess I just wanted to say that it's nice not to be pitied by you.
Me?
Yeah. Never looked at me like I was something to be pitied. You looked at me like I was a full person. And I guess that's kind of rare. So I guess I was hoping that maybe I could be a full person to you.
Timothy, you know I'm married.
I know, I'm sorry.
I mean, you're a sweet guy and all.
Right. Guess guys got a dream, right?
Well, a girl's got a dream too.
You're too much. Where'd you learn to dance? It's twice as easy as following. Leading is, you get to walk forward and you just stick out your arm and twirl the girl.
You could teach the men a few things.
I'm sure I could. Well, my darling, can I get you a drink?
Yes. Thank you.
Hey, wanna dance?
My dance card is full. I'm afraid.
With what?
With dances.
Hey, what gives?
I've been dancing all day. I'm tired.
Yeah, I watched you.
Great. I'm glad I was entertaining.
It was a little queer, to be honest. A girl dancing with another girl.
What can I tell you? When a girl has it, she has it.
So you're not gonna dance with a fake man, but not a real man?
Are you supposed to be the real man?
Wanna find out?
Not really. I'll take your word for it, but so far, I'm not impressed.
Not impressed. You think this is all funny, don't you? What are you supposed to be? Coming in here, taking our jobs, pretending to be a man? Freaks.
All right, sir.
You're a joke. Everyone's laughing at you.
From what I can tell, they're laughing at you, actually. Don't touch her.
Oh, huh. Is that how it is now? You're a tough guy now?
punched me before.
I should have hit him back.
Next time. You alright?
Yeah, I've been punched before. My daddy was a mean drunk, so. Yeah, he's dead now, but he was a Class A bastard when he was alive. Never really took a shine to me or my brothers, so we all got plenty of bruises.
Well, I had fun today.
Sorry I ruined it.
No, you didn't ruin it. You were the reason why I had fun. I would have danced with you all day.
It was stupid. You know, they want you in dress, right? Unless you gotta work. And then you work like a man, but you can't get paid like a man. And you can't get respected like a man, and then after the job's done, it's back in the dress, right? Back in the kitchen. And if you don't fit in, they chop your arms off. You have to fit in the box, and it's stupid to think it's gonna be any other way. You know the Cinderella story? I think about that. The stepsisters want so badly to be the princess in the story that the first one even chops her toes off. And I think about that sometimes, just, you'll do anything to fit in, so even if it means severing parts of yourself, just chop them right off and hope no one notices the blood.
What parts of you are you chopping off?
So many.
Yeah? Me too.
I just wanted to tell you that I had fun tonight.
Yeah, me too.
It felt comfortable.
No one trying to grope ya.
Yeah.
You alright?
I just wanted to say that you were beautiful tonight. Today.
Thanks, and you were very handsome. Best man out there. I'll see you at work.
Okay.
You okay to get home?
Sure.
I'll see you tomorrow.
What's got you so wound up?
Oh!
That any way to greet your husband?
You try to get lost in the routine, empty your mind, think about production quotas, think about the heaps of smokeless powder rumbling out of the plant, maybe heading to the guns of the boys in Europe and the Pacific, maybe to the boys who are trying to rescue your husband. Maybe they're on their way right now. Something you've created, propelling ammunition across the battlefield, a bullet fired from the gun of one soldier, sliding into the body of another man. There's smoke and fire and bombs roaring overhead. They reach the prison where he's being held. Someone bashes in a metal door with a boot, and there he is. The man whose face you see every time you close your eyes, like a skeleton. You realize you're shaking. Is he alive? Are his eyes still bright? Can he laugh? And if he comes home, what kind of person will he be?
Where are you going?
To work.
10 o'clock at night?
My shift starts at midnight.
Midnight, huh?
Yes.
Your husband's home for 2 weeks before shipping out, and instead of spending time with him, you're off to work.
I have to, it's my job.
Sure you're not going to a dance or nothing out on the town? Stepping out?
No, I have to work.
That's funny. I ran into Jimmy Schneider over at the A&P, and he told me there was some big dance the other night. That's funny, ain't it?
What do you want, sweetheart?
What do you want, Rose?
I went to the dance.
You did? Didn't want to tell me about that?
I figured you didn't want to hear about it.
Why is that?
It was just a dance.
Want to hear a joke?
No, thank you.
I'm gonna tell it anyway. So there's this dumb mug, a real moron, you know what I'm saying? And he volunteers for the army. They say, who wants to shoot a gun? And he raises his hand and says, I'll do it. I ain't good for much else anyways.
I don't like this joke, Matt.
Gets better. So you know what happens? This moron's wife goes to a dance with another man. Here's one guy shipping off to war, and as soon as he does, this girl finds a new guy. And get this, here's the punchline. The guy can't even walk, he's a cripple. That's funny, ain't it?
We just talked.
Why aren't you laughing?
We just talked, Matt.
Just told a joke. Why aren't you laughing? Should I tell it again? People are laughing at me, Rose. I guess I'm the joke then.
Nobody's laughing at you.
Don't contradict me!
I just talked to him.
I'm doing this for you, Rose. You can't even wait till I'm out of the country.
I just talked.
Quit lying! Jimmy told me what he saw. You were dancing, or you was trying to dance because the guy can't even walk.
I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry.
What? What?
I didn't mean to.
Didn't mean to what?
It didn't mean anything.
What didn't mean anything? What didn't mean anything?
We just danced a little bit.
You think I'm stupid, huh?
No!
I don't want you ever talking to that freak again, you hear me?
Okay.
You hear me? Oh, crap. Oh, darn it, I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. I'll fix that. I'll fix that.
It's alright.
No. You know I got a temper.
I know.
So why you gotta provoke me like that? I'm not gonna lose you, baby. I'm not losing you, but you gotta be good to me, okay? You can't make me do things like that.
I'm sorry, Matt. I have to go to work.
No, Rose, please, call in sick. Call in sick, please. Don't go to work.
Okay.
Great events in the Pacific, racing to history. A vast armada of troop ships guarded by the largest naval striking force ever assembled sails to the attack. Destination, the Marshall Islands.
Sir, may I talk to you?
I'm not going to portray any special attention to you, Irene.
Of course, but...
So this meeting will not be long.
Right. So I was talking with a couple of the fellas.
I see. There are many dynamics which can happen in a workplace. Men get lonely and they don't know how to treat women workers.
Sir, that's not...
It's best to simply ignore that attention.
Sir, that's not what I mean. I talked to Randy Michelson. You know him?
New fella?
Just got hired last week.
How's he doing?
He's fine. I'm training him in the threading house this week. He's doing all right.
Excellent.
But he's making 85 cents an hour.
Right?
And I just got a raise to 72 cents an hour.
Yes.
Why is he making more than me?
He has a family to support.
The boy is 20 years old. And He's not married, so I've been here longer. Why is he making 13 cents an hour more than I am?
Irene, you're a special gal, but sometimes logic can escape you. I need to go.
Sir, with all due respect, all the men are making more than all the girls. Why is that?
Men have families to support.
And women don't? Half the women who work here are mothers, and most of them have husbands overseas. And it's stupid anyway. Shouldn't we be paid the same if we do the same work?
You're getting really emotional about this.
I'm not getting emotional. I just want to know why I'm not paid as much as a man when I do the same work as a man.
If you calm down, I can explain it to you.
Explain it then.
First of all, some of the work is not the same.
Yes, it is. You just give them different titles to justify paying them more.
I'm not going to talk to you when you're hysterical. If you don't like your job, you can go quit and go somewhere else.
I like my job just fine, thank you. I just want respect.
You are respected. You are a valuable part of this war effort.
Then why ain't I valued like a man? You know, this whole plant runs on money, and I pay my taxes.
Okay, if you want to get silly and cry about it.
I'm not crying.
I'm done, Irene. I'm done talking about it.
I'm not done talking about it.
I hope, for your sake, that you are. Because I can get a new gal in your place in the next 5 minutes.
Do you think it's fair?
I don't decide pay.
Well, who does?
I gotta go. If you want to keep your job, you'll drop this.
Are you in Mars again?
A little bit.
Yeah? What's happening? That's good, isn't it?
It's pretty good.
Kneel before me. I gotta try it on my next date.
She doesn't actually say that. She says, now kneel.
My powers are greater than yours. I want to see if those Earthmen are as impressive as they say.
Can I tell you a secret? I mailed them. My stories?
Really?
Yes, to 2 magazines. Amazing Stories and an all-female science fiction journal out of Los Angeles.
That's fantastic. They're gonna publish it for sure.
Maybe.
And if they don't, I'll tell them I'm canceling my subscription.
You have a subscription to Amazing Stories?
No, but I can threaten.
Thanks.
Let's go, let's go. Step away from your machines, ladies. "35 seconds. 35 seconds. If this were an actual fire, this room would be a crater right now. You need to be better. You need to be quicker. You! Why aren't you wearing your safety goggles? You think this is a jamboree? You think this is all just fun and chit-chatting? You need to focus. And next time you're wondering why the men are getting paid more than you, remember they did it in 31 seconds.
After my husband left, it felt like I could breathe again. After that, I just tried to keep my head down. I refused invitations to go out dancing with Grace, and I just tried to do my job and tried to remember who I was.
Looks like you could use a little help.
I'm all right.
Sure. They got me floating, so anywhere I see a need.
Good.
Did I do something that was wrong? I'm sorry if I did. I don't know what I said. I guess I shouldn't have been that forward with you at the dance.
No, maybe you shouldn't have.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interfere in your life.
Look, Timothy, I'm just trying to do my job. And it's hard enough as it is working late nights with a husband away at war.
I know.
No, you don't know. I'm just trying to do the best that I can and try to work until it's all over.
Until what's all over?
The war.
Oh. Are you sure you don't mean life?
I didn't say that.
That's what it sounded like. Do your thing until the clock runs out.
Oh, and you know me so well, don't you?
I know girls like you.
Oh, I thought girls didn't want to talk to you, or was that a lie?
I can observe.
Uh-huh, well, I don't want to be observed, so you can go work somewhere else.
I'm sorry.
For what?
For being in your way, I guess.
Maybe you should be sorry that you were flirting with a married woman, because if I were you, that's what I would be sorry for.
You flirted with me, too.
You asked me to dance.
And we had fun. Didn't we have fun? Am I remembering the night wrong?
It doesn't matter if we had fun because it was wrong.
Why?
Look, maybe you don't care about my marriage, but I do, and I can't be seen stepping out with some man.
Were you going to say cripple?
I wasn't going to say that.
You sounded like you were going to say that.
Well, what if I did?
I had a great time with you. I really like you. And I thought you really liked me. I'm sorry if I pushed things too far, but I haven't had a lot of experience with girls, so maybe I made a mistake. But I won't bother you anymore. You change your mind, you know where to find me.
Dear Lunkhead, I'm not going to mail this letter because I don't know how it would get to you. So I'm going to keep it here in Wisconsin and then give it to you when you get home. Julie's growing like a weed and she's real proud of you. She can't wait to tell you all about horses because she knows everything you can know about them. She tells me just about every day. I miss you. Feels like half of my ribs are missing. Sometimes I feel like I can't even take a deep breath without shattering like glass. Yeah, but this is a happy letter, right? It's tough for me, but I know it's got to be 100 times as tough for you. Even though you can't read this right now, I want you to make it through the war. I want you to make it, whatever it takes. Because I don't tell you this enough, but I love you like crazy. I've always loved you like crazy. The other day I saw this couple, must have been in their 80s, and they were sitting on a park bench near Cooper's Pond, and he had his arm around their shoulder like they were high school kids. They were just sitting. I want that to be us someday. 60 years from now, I want that to be us. Love, Barbara.
See, I do own a skirt.
It looks very fetching.
And I'd like to add, I can cook.
No kidding. It's like I don't even know you.
I'm just full of surprises.
Yeah. Thanks for the dinner, by the way. I was getting a little tired of ravioli.
Don't mention it. I never get to cook for anyone, so I figured it would be fun.
Yeah, the kitchens in these houses are less than spectacular.
Yeah, they threw this up in about a week, so I'm just glad the walls are still standing.
Did you hear about Jenny Wiseman's house? Apparently her door fell down. The wood for the door frame was rotten, and the screws with the hinges ate right through it. She was just standing there, and falling on her. Landed on her cat.
Well, I guess they figured these places are temporary.
Let's hope.
I mean, I'm just glad there's a roof. When I was growing up, we didn't have a roof.
Oh, that's too bad.
We didn't have a lot.
Oh.
For 2 years, we lived out of a car.
Oh.
There were 5 of us in the beginning. My father owned a little store when I was real young that went out of business, so we stayed with relatives for a while, but we were on our own really quick. We had nothing. I remember I stole a pair of shoes. We were staying by a lake, and this girl and her family had just gone swimming, and I just ran out of the woods and snatched her shoes off the ground and ran back like some sort of animal. So I get back to the car, and I'm holding these shoes, and I'm crying like I've killed someone, you know? They didn't even fit. They were too big, and my father, he was so angry, I made up this lie that I found them in the woods, but he knew. He had to have known, and there was this moment when I was sure he was going to beat me and make me take them back and humiliate me, but he didn't. He just said, "Oh, okay." And that's when I knew.
Knew what?
He'd given up. I was maybe 9 years old, and he hung himself 2 months later.
I'm so sorry.
It is what it is. After he was gone, things got a little better, but I still think about those shoes. I still feel awful about stealing them. First thing I did when I got my own checking account was buy myself a pair. You know, there's something holy about having your own money. Not having to ask, not having to beg, to just be able to walk into a shop with money in your pocket from a job you worked at and get what you need. It's like every day I'm filled with this brilliant light. And that light is called dignity.
To dignity.
Damn straight. To dignity. Speaking of which, I talked to Chester.
Anything?
Like talking to a wall.
He's a coward, and he's not the one that makes the decisions anyway. I'm sure it comes from above, but he's such a chicken. He doesn't want to ruffle any feathers.
Right.
Yeah. You should fight him.
That didn't turn out for me so well last time.
Not with your fists, you goof. With your brain. You're 10 times smarter than him on his best day.
Maybe I could just dress like a man and they'd be confused and pay me more. Excuse me, miss. Here's all the money we've been keeping away from the girls. You know, when I had short hair, I got mistaken for a guy all the time.
I never knew there was a trouser bonus before.
There's a trouser bonus for a lot of things. That's why they don't want us wearing them.
Yeah, but sometimes it's fun to wear a skirt.
Sometimes. It's really nice having someone here.
Yeah?
Yeah. So did you come out here all by yourself, or you got family nearby, or?
I, grew up outside of Madison.
City girl?
No, on a farm.
Oh, right, you told me.
Yeah.
And you came out all by yourself?
It was slightly suggested that I move out.
Slightly.
It was strongly suggested that I get the hell out. It was a good decision, honestly. You know, I heard about the jobs up here, so I figured I'd make a few bucks before I head west.
To make your fortune.
Yes. There's gold in them Nar Hills. But my father was a pretty strict man. We didn't see eye to eye on a lot of things. He wanted a pretty little princess, and I wanted to be a human being. So I split. Best decision.
I'm really glad we made it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Me too.
do you want me to turn the radio on?
Sure, it's your place. You alright?
Yeah, just a little nervous.
What for?
I should let you get ready for work.
Alright.
I'm supposed to train another boy in the cutting house. He'll still get paid more than me.
Oh, you should refuse.
I'm not sure that's a possibility.
You'd be surprised what the possibilities are.
Hey, before you go, do you want to dance?
In the kitchen?
It's stupid. Forget about it.
No, I'd love to dance with you in the kitchen. So, who's leading?
Who knows?
The letter came a few days later. Dear Miss Murray, the editors at Amazing Stories have finished reviewing your story, The Barbarian Queen of Mars. Although there is much to recommend it, we feel that our readers would not respond to the melodramatic elements of the narrative, which show an overly feminine imagination. I started writing something new. Dear idiots, perhaps it is too much to hope that you remove your heads from up your behinds. Seeing as how you have lived most of your life in this condition, you're unlikely to change now. However, I shall use my overly feminine imagination to suggest other places where you can stick your wisdom. Sincerely, Eleanor Murray. I didn't mail it, but I wrote it, and I kept it. And then I started thinking, what kind of story would a Martian queen write? And I started working on something new. The Barbarian Enchantress of Mars. Are you going to the meeting?
Yeah, I'll be there.
I'm heading over.
See you there. You coming tonight?
Oh, yeah, I said I would be. Have you heard anything from,
John?
No. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sure they'll find him soon. Italy's almost finished.
Thanks. How's your husband?
Oh, he's in Australia. Think about it. Never been outside of Wisconsin, and now he's all across the world.
Yeah. Our dream honeymoon, if we had $1 million, we were going to go to Rome. Now I think John's had enough of Italy.
How do you do it?
Well, what else am I going to do? Cry all day? My worrying ain't going to help him none.
Right. Do you love your husband?
Of course.
Okay, I mean, how did you know? So, when Matt and I first started dating, I thought he was wonderful, you know, but we were only just starting to get to know each other.
Right.
And then he got drafted, and we'd only been dating for a couple of months. And so, maybe he was just putting his best foot forward, and now... is your husband kind to you?
Yes.
Maybe I'm just being stupid.
No, you're not being stupid. I'm sure Matt's under a lot of pressure right now. You know, that may make them, like all the men are. And that may make them act in ways that they might not normally act.
Yeah.
But John's always been respectful, you know, and he's always supported me. And he's kind to me, because that's part of who he is, you know, that's in his bones. And I see some couples, I don't know anything about you and Matt, but I see some couples where the husband is not kind, and you deserve someone who's kind to you.
Right.
And I know one thing, the war's not going to make him better.
So what do I do?
Is he cruel to you? Has he hit you?
Not yet.
He drinks?
Oh, maybe it's my fault.
It's your fault that he drinks?
Well, I'm not always the best wife, Every time he gets angry, it's because I fouled something up.
No, it's not your fault.
But what if it is?
It's not.
The other night I was dancing with another boy, and
You can dance with other boys.
and Matt found out, and
Rose, you didn't do anything wrong, okay? You didn't do anything wrong. I saw you that night.
okay.
And nobody has the right to be cruel to you, okay? Even if you mess up. And you're 18, you're gonna mess up a lot. For the life of me, I don't understand why you got married so young.
Well, he asked me.
And?
What was I gonna say? No?
Yes!
But that would have crushed him.
What did you want? You spend so much time worrying about what he wants, you never think about what you want. You exist, Rose. You have a right to exist. What do you want?
I don't know.
In the deepest part of your heart, what do you want?
I want... for him to not come home. I know that makes me a terrible person, but I think about it sometimes. And I know that makes me awful, but sometimes I imagine that black car riding up in front of my little house. And they get out and say, "We're sorry, ma'am, but your husband was killed in combat." It's just awful, Angel. I hate myself sometimes and I don't know what to do.
It's okay, you're human.
It's just so ugly what goes on inside my head. Are you guys coming to the...
Yeah, we'll be there in a second.
Thanks for coming, everybody. Are we all here?
Just about.
All right. So, I talked to a bunch of the men, and I've talked to a bunch of you. And it's pretty clear what's going on here. We are getting paid less than the men. We all do the same job. Sometimes they get fancier titles when they're doing the same thing, but mostly we all get paid less.
That's unfair.
I know it's kind of rude to even talk about it, but somebody has to. I brought it to Chester's attention, and he does not care. He basically told me if I don't like it, I can quit.
Of course he did.
We are half the workers here at Badger, and we're most of the workers on the third shift. If we wanted to, we could bring this plant to its knees.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about a strike. All the girls.
What? Are you serious?
I don't know. But us to get money.
There's 5,000 women who work at Badger. We are the blood that keeps this factory alive. And they won't fire any of us if we all strike together. They won't be able to find near enough replacement workers. This is our chance.
I don't know about
But
this.
I don't want to quit.
You don't need to quit. Nobody quits. It's a strike. This is what the men did in every other industry. They organized and they formed unions. And they fought against injustice. And you know what they got? Better hours, better wages, and better conditions. And they got that because they were unified. They fought against injustice. They fought for their lives.
You think you're fighting for your life? What about our boys fighting for theirs?
I'm not talking about that right now.
Yes, but you are. Because we make the powder that helps them fight, and you're asking us to cut that supply off.
Management will cave.
And what if they don't? What if we have to spend weeks on strike, months? What if we can't get the powder out to our boys on the front line? What if there's some man out there fighting for his life and he needs what we're giving him?
They will be all right.
You don't know that.
There are other plants in this country producing ammunition.
Yeah, but we're the biggest one and they count on us.
Which is why management will cave quickly.
You're playing a game with people's lives. You're playing a game with my husband's life.
This is our chance.
For what?
For equality. To not be treated like second-class humans. For this, you couldn't buy a house. You couldn't buy a car. You couldn't take out a loan or get a job without some man having to vouch for you. Well, we've got jobs now. And if we do the same job as they do, we deserve to be paid the same as them.
We are in this together.
Then why aren't they paying us the same? They want you to believe in sacrifice, while they squeeze every dollar out of us.
You think they aren't sacrificing? You think my husband, who's sitting in an Italian prison camp right now, isn't sacrificing for you? You're talking about money. I'm talking about lives.
You think this just happened? Someone decided this. There was a room where a bunch of men sat down and decided that we weren't worth as much. And that decision stinks. Not only does it stink, but it is unfair, unethical, and they will keep doing it if we don't demand our rights. We have our leverage now. We have to strike.
And if people die, so be it.
That is not on us. That's their choice.
Which you are forcing them to make.
Yes. If they love money more than they love our boys, then yes.
And what do you think the answer is going to be? Come on, Irene. You're the smart one. What are they going to do if we start this fight?
We didn't start this fight. They started it. We're fighting back.
And what do you think they're going to do if there's a strike?
They're going to dig in.
Right, which means people die.
Yes. And why do you think we're responsible for that?
You're asking me to gamble my husband's life for a couple of cents an hour.
I'm asking you to fight for what's right.
I want to get paid the same, Irene. Of course I do. But even more than that, I want my husband to be safe. And even more than that, I want this war to end. And if we stop production at this plant, the war goes on longer, and more men die, and more women and children die, and we give our enemies a breath of life. I love this country, and I believe in our mission, and I'm going to keep helping.
I wish this country believed in you as much as you believe in it.
Their needs are life and death.
And ours aren't?
All right, we're going to take a vote. Majority rules. All those in favor of striking until we're paid the same as the men, raise your hands. That's it then.
After the war, we can fight for equality.
After the war, we've already lost.
Italy's 0 hour has arrived. The Allies' mightier armada launched a devastating raid on the remaining ports on the Messina Triangle, bombing all the foreign transportation lines and airfields.
Mama's here. It's all right. It's okay.
I had a nightmare.
I know, but it's daytime now. It's time to get up.
Is Daddy home?
Not yet, sweetheart.
When is he coming home?
Soon, baby, soon.
What are you doing here?
I figured I'd ride the bus to work with you.
Really?
What? A lady can't ride the bus.
I want us to be friends.
All right.
I miss talking to you, that's all.
I miss talking to you too. When you're not yelling at me.
I wasn't yelling at you.
You raised your voice.
Well, then I wouldn't call that yelling. That was a forceful discussion.
All right. I appreciate your forceful discussion.
Sure.
So let me ask you a question.
Oh boy.
You don't even know what the question is yet.
I can take a guess.
It's a good question.
Ask it.
If I said, run away with me tonight and never look back, would you do it?
Oh, what?
That was a good question.
Timothy, that's not. No, I will not run away with you tonight.
Look, I got a. You said you've never been out of Wisconsin. I got a cousin. He's in Milwaukee. He can put us up for a few nights, probably. And there's plenty of jobs.
Milwaukee is still in Wisconsin.
I know that. But it's close to not being in Wisconsin. We could visit Illinois on trips.
Timothy.
Because I think I love you.
You think you love me?
I'm pretty sure.
Look, how about this? Let's get to know each other first. Because I'm tired, Of running from one man that I barely know to another man I barely know. And if we still want to run away together, then we'll see.
Well, we'll see is better than anything I've gotten before.
This is the first time I haven't said yes! So, would you like to get some coffee with me before work? It's terrible.
I would love to have terrible coffee with you before work.
All of me. Why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm no good without you? Take my
Every day I went to work. What else was I going to do? Standing in the cutting house, keep the machinery production going. One tiny cog in the arsenal of democracy.
The storm breaks in full final fury on the German Rhine. Swiftly exporting successes, 3 American divisions smashed into the battered town of Cologne.
It felt like we were fighting too. It felt like we were doing our part.
The end was getting closer. You could trace the movements in the newspaper, island to island. I imagine my husband there, somewhere in the Pacific.
You kept dreaming, the paychecks kept coming. You kept at it.
And every day, you imagined he was going to walk through that door.
Hey, honey.
Hey, lunkhead!
Easy, I'm still fragile.
You're not fragile, you big lummox. You're skin and bones.
Italian cooking is overrated.
I didn't think.
I'm home.
Oh, God, I missed you. I missed you like half of my ribs were gone.
I missed you like my whole stomach was gone. Let me get a look at you. You're wearing pants.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen you wearing pants before.
I'm gonna wear a dress to an ammunition factory.
I bet you're the prettiest girl there.
Oh, we all wear coveralls and scarves. It's not exactly the wrong way.
You still knock him dead.
I bet you were the prettiest soldier in Italy.
You know it.
I think Julie's asleep. Let's go wake her up.
You going into work tonight?
Are you kidding? I'm calling in sick first time.
I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you. Now let's go wake up Julie. And for God's sake, can we please move out of your parents' house?
Are you paying for it?
Sure. And 10 minutes later, we heard it.
I felt it before I could see it. I was on my way to the Dixon house. Felt like all the air had been sucked away. I ruined my feet, slipping on the ground. It was like a hole had opened up in the air behind me. My eyes didn't work and I fell face first into the grass.
It felt like a bomb. They couldn't have reached us, could they? The whole building shook like an earthquake. Barrels tipped over, 50 pounds of material tossed into the air. And then everything went dark. I could hear shouts and I rushed outside. I could still see the plume of smoke in the air, like a mushroom cloud.
I thought about Grace. I knew she was in the mixed house and the explosion came from that direction, so I rushed outside. In the dark, you couldn't tell who anyone was, and they were all wearing the same thing, and everyone had their goggles on and hair cover. So I started pulling at people trying to find her. Grace?
I was supposed to be there in the mixed house, but I'd taken a break and I was walking outside. The stars were out and I was lost in them. And then I felt a wave of smoke pass through me like wind. And I looked behind me and I saw the stars covered by smoke.
I started feeling little bits of things landing on me. It must have been tiny pieces of nitrocellulose falling like snow in August.
I didn't realize that all I was seeing was red. Like the aftermath of the explosion. I didn't even recognize her face.
It happened in the mix house where Eleanor was, but then I had seen her outside because she was taking a break, which meant her shift was being covered. And then I knew. I kept looking. When everybody was wearing the same outfit, it was so easy to think I was seeing him. And I kept hoping I would see his face on every man that turned towards me. They never found a body. There were 6,000 pounds of nitrocellulose, and when it exploded, it created a hole 80 feet deep and 20 feet wide. 4 men were inside, and 4 men vanished in a heartbeat. They sent in workers to recover their remains, and all they found was 24 pounds of flesh. I thought I had more time. Bus rides, talks. I think I loved him. But I never told him that because I didn't want him to think he had made it. And so he didn't know that someone could love him, that it was possible. I should have told him.
Rose, would you like to dance? We're gonna have to go slow.
It's okay. I prefer slow, actually. What am I supposed to do now?
A girl's got a dream too.
Our dreams are just like wine, and I am drunk with mine. I'm aware.
They're hoping there's no long-term damage to her eyes, but she was pretty close to that explosion.
Do they know what happened?
Yeah, the engineers said it could have been a spark off of one of the angel carts. Rusty, and one spark is all it took. Said it's a miracle it hasn't happened until now.
A miracle?
Yeah. Excuse me.
They said she couldn't take visitors yet.
That's all right. Hey.
So much for being an actress.
You can still be an actress. Just wear a lot of dark glasses. It can be your look.
You see a lot of starlets with eye patches?
I have to tell you something. I'm tired of living my life scared of things.
What? You're like the bravest person I know.
I'm not, Grace, because I've been afraid of you. Of telling you how I feel, because I love you, and all my life, people have been telling me there's something wrong with me. They've been pushing me down and knocking me down since I could walk, but the worst thing is being so afraid of getting punched that you never even stand up in the first place. So I'm standing up and I'm telling you, this is who I am, I love you, and I want you to love me too.
You gotta come closer so I can kiss you because I can't see you right now. I love you too.
Days later, we got word.
Your jobs are done. Thank you for your service. You can all go home now.
Wait, what do you mean our jobs are done?
The war is almost over and the plant's getting shut down. You can pick up your final paychecks at the front office.
So that's it then?
What do you want? You knew this was temporary. Work till the job's done. And the job's done. Now you can go back to your husbands and be housewives the way you're supposed to be.
What if I don't want that?
Not my problem.
So we're all fired then?
Think of it like being returned to lives you were made for.
Screw that. I wish I could see him better so I could tell him where to go more accurately.
Figures. As soon as they don't think they have use for us, they throw us in the trash.
So now what?
If I left here tomorrow, would any of you go with me?
Where are you going?
Out of Wisconsin. I am not waiting for my husband to get home. Life's too short to wait around.
I could use a ride to Hollywood.
Done. That's not far from here.
I mean, it's as far as you could go.
I'm past the point of caring about geography.
I'll come too. We can all pull our money.
There's a magazine there, and I heard they were starting a film school.
You want to go into the movies?
No, I want to write the movies.
Does anybody have a car?
I'll sell you mine.
You're not coming?
Well, I got an 8-year-old and a husband who just got out of POW camp.
Still?
I'll visit.
Good.
Well?
To the future.
To the future. Thank you, Baden.
Thank you, Baden.
Seniors, come forward. No, welcome.
The senior bow.
Kira. All right, take your senior farewell bow.